Greetings, Keishlings. Keish Prime here with my live reaction of Undead Unluck, Chapter 83. Okay, last chapter we had a pretty good fight against Andy and Billy, showing off, the capabilities of Andy now that, after the training and all that stuff, he can now do blood shadow clones, which is pretty cool. Blood clones, I guess technically would be. He calls them, what does he call them? Dead shadows, which is kind of weird. Also, they can use I keep forgetting what was it, just Dead Blade, where they come out of his arms and everything. So it's a combination of a new technique and an old technique. So that's awesome. And also their philosophical only the strong should fight God. That was pretty good, especially with Andy's comeback of we're all strong, kind of. So screw you, Billy. Screw you, Billy. But anyway, so yeah, the title is The Lives You Wager Shall Be. Okay, last time we saw Fuko staring at Spring, so she has finally made it up there. Let's see, had to zoom in. Let's see here. Union headquarters. Our attacks via satellite are not working. Any and all attacks are being nullified. Fuko Izumo has made contact with Spring atop the tower. She what? Excuse me. Fuko's on her own? Where are the others? Probably engaged with the Under. Or with Under. With the Under. We won't be able to provide support unless we do something about those cherry blossom trees. And the boss gave orders to damage them as little as possible. In the end, it's always negators risking their lives. So yeah, damaging them would probably kill whoever it is that's a tree. Which then would be kind of interesting. You go into a park, and if it was a normal cherry blossom tree, I wonder how many people would be misidentified. But I guess it really wouldn't matter, would it? Let's see, because that tree ain't going to turn back into a tree. Let's see here. Okay, so top of the tower. You came here alone. Shouldn't that be called courageous? Or simply foolish? Don't you dare mock me this way, trite human vessel. I've come to talk to you. Oh God, Talk no jutsu time. We had shadow clones last time, now we got talk no jutsu. Talk with a Yuma. So he's a little perplexed, and also Nico is as well. Or Miko. That's Miko, not Nico. Though I'm guessing this is to boost the force of her unluck. What the? She's gonna try a likability boost now? It's too dangerous. That thing is in its phase 2 form. Oh, Fuko. I've been watching the entire time because I wanted to get to know you. When I did, I saw that you were always atop this tower. Okay, so that's when she was in the underbase. I love that Bunny is just kind of cuddling her and Tella is just allowing her to watch stuff, which is kind of weird. You watch people turn into cherry trees as you drink sake all the while, which really makes you wonder how much damn sake did it have? At first I thought it was because you found it amusing, but once night came you looked, because he's like, oh, I'm sad now. Extremely lonely. Since you didn't directly attack people, maybe you just had something you need to talk about. That's what crossed my mind, at least. So long as you're a quest objective, Yuma, we're gonna have to defeat you. But before that, I'd like to have a little chat. How could you be so carefree? Ah ha ha ha! A human wishes to chat with me, a Yuma. You're like goddamn Kaido now. Well, you're dressed and carry things that are made by man, like parasols and wooden gata sandals. Was maybe he's the originator of that or something? I don't know. He's pulling out a scroll. Here are the names of those whose lives were claimed after defeat by my hand. What? An olden Edo cherry tree were revered as being sinister. The falling petals were seen as harbingers of demise. Signs of ill omen. Hence they were reviled. Wait, he's a tiny Yuma? In Edo, Japan? When I was found out as a deep... This must have been in a different timeline or something. Well, actually, this is perplexing. We've never had a Yuma with a backstory. So this is kind of weird, actually. Which then makes me wonder if, I forget its name, but the whale base, I wonder if it's going to fit into like biblical mythology with like Jonah and the whale. And then this is like its own thing of yokai origins or something. When I was found out as a demon of blossoms by the likes of man, they would give chase and slay me, wishing me dead all the while. 'Tis for that reason cherry blossoms are the things that I turn all of them into. Those who approached me lacking means or measures were turned into cherry blossoms. Wait a minute. Without means of or measures, what is that supposed to indicate? Because we've seen even negators turn into them. So, So it must be something a little bit more deep about you. Those who dared to claim that the spring blossoms carried bad luck, I've deployed a game of chance and have bested them. Hence, should you two oppose me, my luck would prevail. I get it. I get why you hate humans, and why they're fixated on games of chance, and why you're fixated. But just let me say this. I love cherry blossoms. Aw. A long time ago, there were wars, and everyone was sensitive about death. That's why they started associating it with the fleeting nature of cherry blossoms. Nowadays, people are focused on new encounters and new journeys, and whole new attitudes, and still gotta catch them all. But anyway, and it's cherry blossoms in spring that help evoke that imagery. They're things I always envied. So back at HQ, you've got everyone like Fuko. I negate the luck of anyone I touch. Unluck. I tried my best to attend school till middle school, but I dropped out halfway. I didn't go to high school either. Whenever I would look out my window, I stayed cooped up in my room in the spring. I'd see beautiful cherry blossoms, in the sight of people happily enjoying the springtime of their youth. No. Sad. Also heartwarming in a weird way. I'm sure that someone you don't know who loves spring changed the perception of it. So that cherry blossoms, so that spring itself is the season for new encounters. What I'm trying to say is, he isn't liking this. He's having like a mental breakdown because this is going up against all of his preconceptions. What's the matter? Anomaly detected in spring. What? It looks like it's in pain. Run away, huh? Run away. No, bat away. What? Oh God, I think he's transformed. This is the gambling den of the mighty blossoms. The scores shall be settled in a decisive 3-round match. The lives you wager shall be 100,000 total. Oh God. Phase 3? Yuma are in their complete forms at 2, aren't they? Wait, did he say 100,000 lives? So what, they didn't know about phase 3 being a thing? I mean, we didn't really either, but still. Will my life alone not do? Most certainly not. Should you win this bet, the blossom lives in my core shall be yours to take. Should you lose, the lives you have wagered shall join the bevy of blossoms. He has a lot of nicknames for shit. Now then, come hither, those who shall serve as this girl's capital. Come forth. Think it and your body will turn into money. 100,000, eh? Think the union can cover it? Of course it can. If we can get every branch together, we have change to spare. Oh, so they're gonna do it. Do none dare step up. Nay, none of you are able, such is man's nature. None shall dare wager their lives on the likes of a mere child. Andy would. Actually, considering Andy is undead, could he wager like 100,000 regenerations? That'd be kind of funny. Let's see here. I'm sure that you have a heart capable of caring for someone. And that's when it triggered his, like, transformation. He was like, run away. If you do, I can reach it. I can beat you with my unluck. Everyone at the union, please. So that I can get to know Spring more. So they're all doing it. So that I can get to love Spring more. I ask you, please. What's that? What? They're turned into those like gold coins. I don't know what they're called, and they're flowing into boxes, and we're seeing like Nico and that one dude. Put your lives in my hands. Roger. That's the spirit. Now come and we shall begin. Let round 1 commence. And Billy is just kind of holding Andy in his hand and just be like, things are about to kick off. Okay. Oh, okay. So they're 50,000 each in these boxes. Okay. Wonder if that's like a normal thing when it came to these gold coins. I just know them as like the Meowth coins, you know, on his head. Like, but I had seen them in other animes and whatnot, so I knew of them being real things. Which, to be honest, I wouldn't mind having one myself, as just a nice little, you know, keepsake of a bygone currency. But yeah, and then to be continued. So that is the end of this chapter. Okay. So Spring has a backstory, unlike I think we've seen with any other Yuma, which is interesting. I wonder if it's because it's like a fairly fundamental thing, or what? Surely not, because they're all fundamental to various degrees. I mean, you know, like there was rot. So it's like things age and rot. You know, galaxy, that's a thing. So like all of these are fundamental on different scales, but still fundamental. But like also finding out that he's got a third phase. I wonder if it's this emotional breakthrough that is being provoked by Fuko that is causing that, and it's made that happen, and maybe like the potential has always been there for Yuma, but maybe because of that was like the extra push needed, or they defeated them before they ever got to phase 3, or some combination of both. Maybe I don't really know. It's kind of weird that this is happening now when it's been such an establishment for the other 3 seasons, or at least, yeah, I guess. Well, we don't really even know what phase Winter was in when it died, so I don't know. But yeah, him wagering 100,000 lives, I would assume those would be the 100,000 probably that have been turned into cherry blossoms at this point. And, you know, I liked Fuko's, like, why she likes the summer, or the season of spring, the summer of spring. Um, you know, new encounters and all that, the budding love, just like the budding trees. But yeah, so there's a lot of good symbolism there. Also, getting to find out a little bit more about her backstory of, like, she quit and dropped out of school in middle school because of her ability. So, sad. Sad for Fuko. But she's got Andy now, so that definitely helps. But yeah, so that's the chapter. We'll see what Fuko can accomplish in the next one. Now that she's got her own wagering, which I kind of wonder, like, it's going to be 3 rounds. I imagine it's going to be 1 and 1, and then it's going to, that's typically how it seems to work. It'll be like Spring will win, and then Fuko will win, and then it'll be like maybe a draw, and then he'll willingly give up, and she'll defeat him, and they'll have their conversation before that. That's what I'm thinking is probably going to happen, but we'll obviously have to see. But anyway, let me know your own thoughts and opinions on this chapter. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. Help me reach 500 subs by the end of October. 500. Links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content. No ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet it out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Quichelangs, let the blossoms fall. Let the blossoms hit the floor. Let the blossoms hit the floor. Alright, wait, let's see. Yeah, something like that. Let the blossoms hit the floor. Anyway.